So guys, we do have this story, and we do actually have an update that has literally came through right after I uploaded my video. Fuck my life, but anyway. Now we will go through, we will talk about this story, then we will let you know about the update. So if you have seen the original video, just skip towards the last minute of this video because that's the updated version. But if you haven't seen that original video we uploaded just recently that actually dealt with this, then enjoy the video. So let's jump into it. Pro-Second Amendment student Kasky calls for debate with March of Our Lives organiser Kasky. Might be mispronouncing those names, but you get the idea. It's on the screen. Interesting enough, I've also tweeted at David Hogg, yes, the one and only, to turn around and say that I will actually debate him on gun reform. He didn't get back to me. I know, big shock. I know, look, I've only got 800 followers on Twitter and 400 or whatever subs on YouTube. But at the end of the day, I'm in Australia. People love to listen to what Australia says about gun control. Why don't you ask me? Probably because you won't like the answer. But anyway, I am actually thinking about making a video on gun control or gun reform in Australia and the actual effects it had. Let me know in the comment section if you want that. Let me know. Kasky, a Second Amendment supporting student at the Parklands, Florida High School that was the site of the shooting massacre last month on Sunday, called for a debate with a classmate who helped organise a pro-gun March of Our Lives based on quotes made to Fox News. The organiser, Kasky, was responding to a claim in recent National Rifle Association (NRA) video that no one would know Parkland students' names had their classmates not died. But that actually, look, was it an idiot thing to say? Sure, whatever. But fairly accurate too. No one would know their names. The only reason people know these names of the 17 who died was because it's been national TV. Like, yeah, it's honest. Can't blame them for saying it, I suppose. I think the most pathetic thing I've ever seen out of this, that's the NRA. Okay, whatever. You'll notice that they can't attack our arguments, so they attack us personally. Okay, I will actually debate this guy. If this Kasky doesn't want to take on Kyle, fine. Debate me. We'll see what happens. The fact that they're saying all we want out of this is for people to know our names, they have no idea how much each of us would give for it to be February 13th again, Kasky told Fox News Sunday, referencing the day before the massacre. No, that's not what they're actually saying in the video, and you're playing word games. At the end of the day, they're actually turning around saying that the only reason people know these names is because of the massacre. That if it wasn't because of the massacre, it would have been any other high school year. Can you tell me someone that went to Parkland, Florida High School 2 years ago and who graduated? Or someone that was in this grade 2 years ago when there wasn't a massacre? No, of course you can't. Because we just don't know. It's not national news. NRA was right when they said it. Like it or hate it, they're right. Quote, happy to debate you live tomorrow so we can dissect each other's arguments. Interested? No personal insults allowed here, Kasky tweeted to Kasky. I'd love to see this happen, actually. It'd be interesting. Kasky responded that he'd be interested in organising a debate in the future. Yeah, sure. We'll get to it, I'm sure. The March of Our Lives event on Sunday drew massive crowds in cities across the country in Washington, D.C., New York City, Denver, Los Angeles, and other demonstrators heard from student survivors of last month's shooting at Majority Stone Mason Douglas High School. The gunman killed 17 and wounded 17 more. Speaking to Fox News, Chris Kasky said that the argument for the NRA and Kasky that the supporting of the March of Our Lives movement truly don't know what they're marching for is a fallacy. Really? Because Campus Reform has done this video.
I'm Kevin Phillips with Campus Reform. Today we're in Washington, D.C. at the March for Our Lives protest. We're talking to attendees about what they want to see. And when they talk about banning assault weapons, do they know what assault weapons are? Let's find out. What sort of policy changes would you like to see enacted?
I think there needs to be a complete ban on assault weapons.
Yeah, I think there definitely needs to be a ban on these assault rifles. Assault weapons are not necessary for home defense. They're not necessary for the average citizen to have.
For banning an assault weapon, do you know what an assault weapon is?
Yeah, it's assault weapon. It's like I kind of do, but kind of don't.
Okay.
Like,
Can any of you tell me what an assault weapon is?
I guess. But assault weapons, does that sound safe to you?
The same amount of people die by assault weapons as do car crashes in a given year.
As what?
Do car crashes. It's a similar number.
Okay. It's not actually, but.
Or isn't it similar?
No, it's not. So assault weapons count for about 3% of gun deaths, and car crashes are about the leading cause.
Okay, I thought that was. But a lot of people die by gun death.
Now you tell me they know what they're marching for. Because they don't. By the way, link to that video in the description below. Please go and check it out because it's really eye-opening. I've just picked some of the better ones out of it. We're not just marching to end school violence. We are marching to end violence all over the country because that's where it happens. Okay, so why do you only talk about gun violence? Kasky said, reiterating that we're not trying to take everybody's guns away. Really? Because this?
So you're in favor of a total gun ban?
I am, and I understand that what I'm saying could be considered unconstitutional.
And also, a lot of people are saying this new assault rifle bill that they want to pass through that will ban assault rifles will basically outlaw about 90% of guns. And this is what people are going through and trying to ban. It'll ban pistols, it'll ban rifles, it'll ban semi-automatics. It bans a vast majority of them. And also, don't forget this.
And we will take the small, but we will keep fighting. When they give us that inch, that bump stock ban, we will take a mile. We are not here for breadcrumbs, we are here for real change.
That's an interesting quote, isn't it? Kasky call for common sense regulation includes ensuring mental health checks and having gun owners be age 21 and older. He said that assault weapons should be completely banned, but smaller guns used for protection could be sold under better regulations. We're not trying to take your guns away, we just want assault weapons completely banned. Okay, interesting. What's an assault weapon? Because I guarantee you won't know that. By the way, here's a little nugget of information for people. Assault weapon, this term, I found that very interesting. Kasky, who wasn't invited to speak at the main demonstration in Washington on Saturday, why wasn't he invited? That's an interesting question. Told Fox News' Levlin Veritan, I might be mispronouncing that, on America's new HQ that Trump does care about stopping school violence despite what his opposition claims. And I really do think the president does actually care, but yeah. Okay, so I want to know why he wasn't invited to speak, because I find that very, very interesting. And of course, in an update to this story, the student who was the pro-gun reform has bowed out of the debate. Imagine my shock. You know, it's kind of like I said this in a video yesterday that I was going to upload. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, he basically goes through and he says the reason why is because of a mean tweet. He obviously wasn't that keen to do it in the first place, was he? The tweet that is actually in question is where Kyle Kasky turns around and says, instead, let's violate our Constitution. That apparently is enough for Cameron to want to bail out of the debate. So, the pro-gun reform person, or child, or tripod minor, as I like to call him, has bowed out of a debate because Kyle, the other child, is basically turned around, and I don't mean that derogatory, I'm just saying there are children, have turned around and said, instead, let's violate our Constitution. That gave him hurt feefies. Like I said, obviously didn't want to do the debate in the first place. And at the end of the day, the reason, what's the takeaway from all this? Yeah, to be honest, I didn't expect this debate to go through, ever. I didn't expect the gun reform or the student that was advocating for gun reform to actually go through and debate. Yay, it was just him shooting his mouth off on Twitter. he probably got told by his handlers, I'm sorry, I mean parents, that, because it's not like these kids are guided in any shape or form, that if he goes through and debates this kid, he's probably going to come off second best. Don't do it because you're going to look like an idiot. And I suspect that's probably why. Because they know they don't have the actual winning argument in this. All they're going to do is red pill people. And it's a shame that they don't do it because they would red pill people. And I'm pretty sure if he got hurt fees over this, he probably wouldn't want to talk to me. But anyway, yeah, like I said, never expected it to happen in the first place. Really, to be honest, kind of a shame. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep scouring the internet for someone who actually wants to debate me. I don't know. Open invite. Anybody who is actually pro-gun reform, debate me. Please, debate me. I really want this. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, obviously, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Did you ever expect this state debate to go through? Did you believe they were going to pull out? Someone had actually commented on the first video I just uploaded saying, quote, and I will quote it, that Helga's too much of a coward to actually debate. I don't know if it's about cowardice per se, but yeah, they obviously definitely won't debate because they know they'll lose the debate. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.